Hmm. Well, it says I'm live. Um, yeah, we're gonna give it a second here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to join my own stream for the chat monitor. And if I can't, I'm probably gonna end the stream because I don't want to lose what will probably be the last episode. Here's the chat monitor that we'll have up here in a second. I'm hoping that Twitch isn't going to be too uncooperative for us. I've been having problems with Twitch all day. For a brief moment, I was able to access Twitch through the browser on desktop, but it broke again. Um, I don't know if that's happening for you guys, but I've been having problems, like I said, all day. Um, this will probably be the last episode of This Is the Police. I think we've got like 4 days left. Um, I guess some brief channel updates. I guess if you're in the Discord, you've heard some of this, but the alert box for bit shearing has been fixed. I went in and fixed that. Um, I did some cleanup on the permissions on the server, and added the announcements channel, which is nice. I also cleaned up my emoji. Oh, shit. It is time. Thank you for re-upping, Bell. I'm glad that the hog calling works for Twitch subscription. That's good. Also, you might have noticed there with that coming up on screen, I changed the animations for the alert box that they come down from the top of the screen now. Um, I also made all of the alerts 6 seconds long. I think one of the alerts was 8 seconds. I fixed that. There were a lot of little things that I noticed that I fixed. But yes, thank you for resubbing, Bell. Um, Congratulations on I think you're either the first or the second person to resub for 4 months in a row. I appreciate it. Um, for and that's actually a nice segue into I guess the next bit. I know I've talked about for lack of a better term dividends from sort of the payouts on my channel. Um, the way that I guess Twitch works is that you have to wait till the end of a 30-day cycle, or you have to have reached $50 in the last 30-day cycle to do a payout. Um, you also have to reach $50 to do a payout, which from all the cheering that went on a couple streams ago, yeah, we'll definitely make that. And in the Discord server, what I'll do is I'll draw up a little graphic or something about how I'm going to split it up. I haven't completely thought it out yet, but in about 14 days, about 2 weeks, we'll have our first payout as a channel, which will be great. And I guess I'll be proud to offer dividends right off the bat. Share the wealth, share the success of the channel, and then whatever I end up keeping, I'll probably just reinvest into the channel. Um, I'll probably just use it to buy more games, honestly, because it's not going to be a lot. Like if 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 we have about as much money as I think we're going to have when we finish out the month, I'll probably have enough for like a $20 game or something. I'll give the rest. I'll give the rest to you guys because you guys have been great. But yes, today we will finish This Is the Police. We got about 5 days left. This shouldn't be too hard. God, that is so loud for me. I know that the game audio does not come up that loudly on stream. I also turned down my own audio. Um, According to my mixer, I should be loud enough. But if I'm too quiet at any time, please do say something because I've been screwing around a lot on Streamlabs. I've been experimenting because I've been bored. It gave me something to do. Alright, iconic fashion designer Vincenzo Castaldo in Insane Asylum. Teacher, today's students are hopeless. What's new? Kooky designer clothing found at dump. A lot of stuff being found at the dump. Game audio is a little loud. Alright. That I can do something about pretty fast. One man's trash is another man's treasure. This note I might actually understand. Maybe every single headline that's been about something being found in the dump has coincided with that. That's a theory. Alright, I'm going to turn down game audio a little bit. I'm actually kind of glad that the game audio is a little loud for you guys because it's a little loud for me. 1 second. We're going to turn down cutscenes and sound effects to 40%, see how that sounds. That sounds okay. The crows aren't as deafening to me now. I hope that's better. We're gonna start with that. If it's still too loud, say something. I think I should still be able to change it while in game. Bonds didn't come into work today. I'm too tired. I can only walk straight. Can I go home? No. I'm too tired. I can only walk straight. Can I go home? No. Okay, some of my relatives have come to visit. They're from another country and we've never met before. Can I have a day off? Yeah, coming tomorrow. While I was climbing up the stairs, I started feeling a little dizzy. Can I have the day off? No. I almost gave them the day off. I'm too tired. I can only walk straight. Can I go home? No. I'm too tired. I can only walk straight. Can I go home? No. I'm too tired. I can only walk straight. Can I go home? I drank too much. I don't think I can hold it together today. Can I go home? You know what? I have no qualms calling in drunk detectives because they don't, unless I send them to a new case, they don't really drive. But drunk cops are a bit of a liability. Just coming tomorrow. Drinking really accelerated in the last 20 days. That's been harder than this stupid political affiliation thing. We're gonna listen to this, stunted boxcar looking thing. I don't know what kind of train car that is. I know Joe is a bit of a train nerd. He'd be able to tell me if he were here. Oh, shit. Assaulted an office building. Supervisor of the Emerald Walls Company. So this might actually be something. Oh yeah, okay. So we actually have our lead detective here for this. Carl diligently attends her classes, or Emily Carr lives with her parents. You know, it's 11:22. We should be able to get her at home, or at class. We're gonna send Nordlander and Gay. Homelander and Gay. And the SWAT team. Nice chocolate factory money. I'm going to send these screwballs. I think that regardless of like who we send to these, the result is pretty much the same. Also, welcome to the stream if you just tuned in. I had 3 people there for a second. I did not address that. I welcome you to throw something in the chat, maybe redeem some rewards. Yes! Yes! That's the first case I think we've succeeded on in quite a while. Oh, wow. There we go.
1311 in progress.
Counterfeiting in a residential area. We've received anonymous tips. Some criminals have set up a counterfeit printing operation on the top floor of an apartment house. Our source alleges that there are armed guards there around the clock. Alright, we're gonna send Millsap, Vandal, Song, Barcelona, we're not going to send Song, Marionac, and S. Chang. I don't know, I got 2 cops here that are really tired. I don't know. That should work. I think that should work, and we'll be able to send reinforcements if necessary, because Fontenot isn't drunk. Song didn't ask for the day off despite being drunk. Or he might have, and I might not have thought that one through.
311A in progress.
Alright, what we got here? Fight in the suburbs. A fight broke out at Mrs. Mirren's weekly book club meeting. Wow, that's not a very creative story. Huh. He's starting to get a little sparse. I had a feeling he might ask for backup. Alright, we're gonna send Fontenot. We're just gonna send Fontenot, actually. Just gonna send Fontenot. Okay, assault. Alright, David Erb, supervisor. Actually, our company is mainly engaged in fortifying bank vaults, and we don't do residential. The materials cost a fortune because we always use the best quality Belgian. Best quality Belgian? What materials for bank vaults is Belgium known for manufacturing? They're not really known for steel. Or, like, I don't know. So usually only large companies can afford the cost. However, 6 months ago, Mr. Chafee hired us. He asked us to strengthen the walls of his building, making them impenetrable. Of his building. Impenetrable. That's just what we did. Quality is guaranteed. Okay. I honestly think the house is a bit of a lost cause. Like, other than the one guy with the shack, like, that we can send into the shack, and go through the tunnel into the house. Other than that guy, I don't think we're going to get into the house at all. I really don't. So, I'd assume that, that's what that guy meant. That he, whatchamacallit, he reinforced the walls of the house. So, welcome to the stream, if you just tuned in. Playing, finishing up this, the police. You got about 5 days left. Two men are wrestling on the floor. One of them is beating the other with a thick Dostoevsky volume. Fyodor Mikhailovich invented existentialism long before your stinking Sartre. Oh, I've actually had an argument about this before. All right, this is in reference to the fact that, what is that book that Sartre wrote, that was set in, like, Tunisia? Oh, 1 second. Was it Sartre? Let me find this. I know exactly what this is in reference to, actually. I just need a second to find out what this book is called. Tunisia. No, that's not it. Nope. Okay, maybe I'd recognize the name. I don't think I'm going to be able to find this, but Sartre wrote a book that was set in North Africa. The name is escaping me. And the premise of it, that there's this man who commits a heinous crime, and the entire premise of the book is him having, like, an existential breakdown over, like, all this guilt and this ugly shit that's, like, brewing inside of him about, like, that he got away with it scot-free, but the guilt that his conscience holds is, like, just overwhelming, and it causes him to, like, admit it or whatever. And there's, like, a ton of mental health issues and stuff that's tied in. That entire premise was obviously lifted from Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment. I found this book in a used bookstore, and I'm going to be completely honest, I'm otherwise completely unfamiliar with Sartre's work. I think I own, like, one book by him, and I've never read it, but I picked it out, and I was like, I had a friend there who was very familiar with his work, and I asked them about the book, and they described it to me, and I was like, this sounds exactly like Crime and Punishment. Yeah, so that I'm almost certain that this is what this is in reference to. Yeah. He wrote a book that, like, the premise of it was lifted straight from Crime and Punishment. What about Friedrich Schelling? I'm completely unfamiliar with Friedrich Schelling as well. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not, like, I'm very practical. Like, yes, I did study a social science, but I was very far on like the practical policy making side of things. I really didn't. I didn't engage with a lot of theory. I took my required number of theory courses and moved on. And this is like, existentialism is like, that's like, that's like hard. That's actually firmly in the philosophy camp. There isn't a lot of political theory that deals with existentialism. Well, there's some, but not a lot. It's not a core tenet of political theory. I'll just put it that way. Grab a volume of Proust from the shelf and attack, or use pepper spray. I think we should use pepper spray.
311A
Yeah.
complete.
A little rant. Just a little rant.
2311 progress.
Alright. Noise complaint in a residential area. An elderly male said he heard a crowd outside his apartment, people stomping around loudly, along with occasional noises that sounded like goddamn gunshots. It's like fireworks or something. White people complaining of fireworks going off in their neighborhood. I heard a gunshot. I haven't heard a gun go off in their entire lives. I don't know if anybody's gonna get back for this. It's gonna be close. Oh shit, I clicked it way too soon. Yeah, they're not gonna get back in time. Actually, 2 people did just get back. I stand corrected. Song is drunk. They will have to call for backup. Alright, I'll send Song. If he dies on the way, it's his own fault. Yeah. Drunk driving. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Alright. Song
in progress.
died of drunk driving. Inferior booze cruisers. Reckless driving on Route 22. A patrol car was chasing a speeding vehicle through the city. A suspect refused to stop despite numerous demands. During the chase, the police car was pushed off the road and was unable to continue the pursuit. Wonder who this was. They don't name names. But yeah, I'm going to send the Mayor Rogers task force. Again, I really wish I had been paying attention as to whether or not these guys were Mayor Rogers supporters to begin with, or if they switched over. I'm not sure. I have not. I really wish I had like made sure that sort of these political affiliations were like set in stone. I don't know if any of them are changing. Celebrating the bar mitzvah of Abraham Oppenheim. So yeah, they had those little like party popper firework things. Yep, called it. Called it.
111.
Reckless driving. There we go. Oh, not too far. That's 4 days left after this. There's probably going to be a couple cutscenes. I know there's going to be like there's probably going to be a big like end game thing for the assault. So I imagine we'll have enough for a stream here. It still might be a little short, but that's okay. And we're going to declare Song dead. Again, the delaying paperwork, it's never been worth it. Alright. Stripper, undressing beautifully, not art, just business. Interesting. There are a lot of artists that would, I guess, tend to disagree with that from what I've heard. People who view the human body more as an artistic thing as opposed to a sexual thing, inherently. Electricity cost rise 22%. I'd just like to point out that as a painter, I never sat in on any like. I never did any human portraiture of any kind, clothed or nude. I did do human portraiture, but I never sat in on like one of those sessions where they would get in a model. I never had a living model for any of my pieces. All of the portraiture that I did were based on either photographs or like models for older paintings that I based mine on. I did not do a lot of portraiture. All the portraiture I did was forced. It was coerced. I was never good at that kind of thing. Never liked doing it. Not a fan. Electricity costs to rise 22%. The UK right now, and most of Europe. Energy crisis. Foreign investors to build modern waste plants in Freiburg. Wish somebody would do that in Daytona Beach. Much pot number boils. Alright. Solos didn't come into work today. Solis. Drank too much, don't think I can hold it together today. Can I go home? No, you cannot have the day off to read a detective book. I'm too tired after the walk, sir. Can I go home? No. I drank too much, I don't think I can hold it together today. Can I go home? No. Some pipes in my house busted, and I need to wait around for the plumber. Can I take the day? I gave you yesterday off. No. I'm too tired, I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? I drank too much, I don't think I can hold it together today. Can I go home? Yes, but come in tomorrow. My son was in a car accident. The doctors are fighting for his life right now. I don't think I can manage to work today. Can I have the day off? Yes, but come tomorrow. Ooh, I can promote somebody. I could definitely promote Koizumi. Koizumi's been around for a long time. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I don't think a single detective deserves to be promoted. Definitely not Ames. She has come to work absolutely exhausted, despite doing absolutely nothing for the past, well, basically since we hired her. Hall is okay, but he, like, constantly wants to get out of work. And then the rest of these guys are just too new, other than, like, Johnson. Johnson's been around a while. Flagella. Definitely not Flagella. Yeah, we're gonna promote Koizumi. Koizumi's been around forever. Alright. We're going to listen to Sneaking Suspicions by Ogre. Bet you're surprised I actually used the name. I don't think I've done that once this entire game. Here's my share from the Chocolate Factory. Oh yeah, John DiMaggio died. Rip in peace, John DiMaggio. And I paid Clortho for the week. Cattle hand for the past 20 years. Wow. Okay, this contact might actually be pretty good. Alright, we're going to send Ames, Hall, and Koshub. I said this, I figured this out before. Koshubinsky. Something like that.
510 in progress.
Alright, we are going to request a job, an officer and a detective slot and a raise, despite the fact that we're only going to be working for another 3 days. And we have to hire somebody to replace Song. Song died in a drunk driving accident. Ricardo Megadopoulos. Okay, this guy's kind of, he's got a funny name. I'll go with him. Very, extremely Greek man. Shooting at St. John's Hospital. A hospital just admitted a young woman named Judith Webb who has a history of drug problems. The doctors treated for her for an overdose, but when she came to, she broke a glass bottle filled with saline, grabbed a shard of it like a knife, and sliced the nurse's face. A guard ran in, slipped in a puddle of saline, and knocked himself unconscious. Miss Webb then took his gun and began to shoot at the patients and medical staff, demanding to be released immediately. Talk about breaking out of one cage and being put into another. Like, I should stagger this. How did this shift end up becoming entirely Robespierre supporters? They had to have. Some people had to have shifted political opinions. This is kind of crazy. How are your guys' days? You guys doing okay?
1111.
Life treating you alright? I applied for jobs today and screwed around on Twitch. That was pretty much all I did today. Drug manufacturing in the ghetto. Stephanie Aguilar was going to visit a friend, but opened the wrong door and walked into the adjoining apartment where she found a serious drug lab. They were all unconscious, according to the elderly woman, apparently smoking angel dust or glue. Somehow, I don't think they even noticed me. I forget what drug Angel Dust is a nickname for. Bonus points to whoever can give me the name of whatever drug that is. I forget what drug that is. Vibing, coping as it were. Yeah, I feel that. I still don't have any intriguing, promising
1010
leads,
in progress.
job-wise. Alright, explosion at Desire Park. A minivan exploded over by the park. We're getting a lot of conflicting information, but a passing teenager swore to God that it seemed like somebody was probably firing shots inside the car. Alright, Kingston, glad you're rested and ready to go. Koizumi, show your stripes. Alright, figured out the shooting at the hospital. That's good. Wow, I could have sworn that was going to be a framed situation. Mr. Boyd, we're featuring the police in our next issue of Sexy Uniform. This is the second call we've gotten about, like, real pinup cops. We already have some old photo shoots of models and police clothes, but we want to mix them up with some photos of some real cops from your staff. If the Freeburg Police appeared in our magazine, it would only improve their image in the eyes of our readers. Something makes me doubt that. Like, people who are into, shall we say, more risque media tend to not have as favorable opinions of the police. As Dragon Man suddenly bursts through the door, he takes no notice of the police, pulls down his pants, and begins to take a shit right there in the hallway. Damn. I did not know it was possible to shit through your dick, because this man is quite obviously peeing blood. Yeah, that is definitely not, like, regular urine. This man has got some serious problems. Cling to the wall and shut your eyes. Quietly grab the suspect and handcuff him. Step back and hide behind the stairwell. We're gonna handcuff this guy. 2 unkept girls ran out of the apartment shouting, Adolf, we did it, we scored some meth. Force the suspects to the ground, act like an interested buyer and try to buy out the goods. Well then, put your face to the floor and keep still. Force the suspects to the ground. Inside, there's a skinny bearded man with messy hair wearing a rubber apron. Oh my god, it's Rick Sanchez from the hit show Rick and Morty. Weird shit. Yeah, the guy is taking a weird shit. Draw on everything you learned at the academy and stealthily somersault behind the criminals, calmly approach the suspects and put them in handcuffs, knock out the dancer with the taser. I don't know, they're not really doing anything, like, super violent. Let's just put them in handcuffs.
1111
Yeah. Non-violent drug offenders. Yeah. Put them all in handcuffs. Caused by a problem with the engine. Oh, yeah. Oh, crap, what do we have here? Mr. Boyd, I'm the manager of a big star, Manuel Torreblanca. The big star with a big problem, one I hope you can help with. Manuel woke up today in his hotel room and found a dead groupie in the bathroom. She'd come home with him from the club last night. It looks like she overdosed, but I don't want my client's name all over the newspapers. Not when they're likely to call him an addict, a rapist, or a murderer. Shit, I really not meant to say that word on stream. Apologies. To keep this quiet, I need 2 reliable men who can discreetly get rid of the body. Money is no issue. Manuel just signed a contract for a new series. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna send... I should probably send men. I do not think... I do not think, well, I mean, it might be received okay. Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's, equal, gotta treat our employees equally. Homicide, City Hall. An unidentified woman came into the office of City Hall employee James Montague. She pulled a gun from her purse and demanded a large sum of money. According to the preliminary reports, Mr. Montague refused to pay, so the woman started beating him and then shot him a dozen times. Damn. Alright. Yeah, why not? I'll send these guys. Good luck. We have a lurker. We have at least 1 lurker, maybe 2. Alright, assault. Christopher Ray as Catalan. The water tower's support structure got repaired and strengthened, but they didn't touch the stairs and the upper part of the structure, and everything's rotten through and through. Today couldn't take the weight of a cat. Who knows about a man? Climbing up there could be suicide. About 3 months ago, a fool's A fool farmhand named Donald decided to climb it. Before he got halfway up the stairs with no time to react, the fucking thing collapsed, and he came right down with it. Now his feet don't work any better than his brains. Thank God that ladder is still broken, or some other idiots would probably be trying to climb the thing. Oh. Okay. So they reinforced the... Touch the stairs. Tower support structure got repaired and strengthened. Okay. Well, now I have to rethink this. Hmm. Honestly, I might put this guy with the snipers just to protect them from those guys, just in case those binocular guys are, you know, turn out to be in league with Chafee. And then what I might do is I might forego the whatchamacallit, the shed plan, and just do this. Because, like, I'm not sure that this is even the shed that they were talking about, you know? Like, it really doesn't look like a shed. It looks like it's part of the barn. So I think this might be the way to go. This might require some save scumming, just as a forewarning. I'm not the brightest man in the world, but I don't think we're going to be able to, like, break down the water tower anymore. Yeah, that would have been really cool, but I don't think we should even bother with that now. Yeah. We'll just have two teams going in the top floor windows of the thing.
Forecasting complete.
Alright. We caught the homicide. Alright, Chief, we feel like real stars. Can't wait to show my mom that picture in a magazine. Williams was approached by a modeling agency and looked so good that they immediately... Really? The guy with the soul patch and the smash mouth beard? Then drove off in a limo. I think we just lost a colleague. Alright. Okay, we need to hire somebody for Shift B. Patricia Anderson for Shift B. Why not? Strange.
112 in progress.
Iago Luna. Chief, we wrapped the girl in a rug, carried it out, and burned her. You don't want to know the details, right? Well, you just told me the details. I've been implicated now. Driving under the influence in the city center. A waiter at the restaurant saw a rusty pickup truck drive into a pillar towards the other side of the street. Now the driver is sitting in the car singing songs in an awful voice. I think he's drunk as a skunk. Alright, we will send Yancey and Simonetti. I don't remember hiring Simonetti. No cutscene yet. But yeah.
112.
Driving under the influence. Yes, no problem. Found some alcohol.
912 in progress.
Extortion, residential area. Mrs. Majid called in a complaint about a man with a shaved head who regularly extorts money from her. He comes in the evening, pounds on the door, and demands money. Money. It's like the only English word he knows. Alright, we've got Prado. Actually, we're gonna send Kingston, Koizumi, and Numata, who has sobered up, apparently. I think she's come to the last couple shifts sober, after a long stint of drunkenness. I think, like, prior to yesterday or the day, or the, sorry, I should say the last shift she was on, she had come to work drunk every single time after we left our second coma. It's pretty crazy. I was on the verge of firing her. Our extortionist just turned out to be a landlord, Mr. Sekin, who is simply demanding that Mrs. Majid pay the rent. It seems her husband is several months behind. Oh wow, that was it. No call at the end of the day. Relatively quiet way to end the day. Alright. Gallery of Modern Art hosts suicidal artist Sigmund Hammerling. Doctor equipment in City Hospital is outdated. Yeah, that's the American healthcare system for you. Rogers Mayor. I congratulate our graduates. Rogers Mayor. Kinda. In Rome, do as the Romans do. I'm definitely gonna have to look up like what those actually mean after I finish the game. Millsap didn't come into work today. Treadaway didn't come into work today. I'm too tired. I can let her walk straight. Can I go home? No. I'm too tired. I can let her walk straight. Can I go home? Yes, but coming tomorrow. I need to take my car into the shop. Can you spare me today? Yes, but coming tomorrow. I hope I'm winning some points with the police department. It just feels like regardless of what I do, they hate me. More ogre music. It's just Smash Mouth. No cutscene. That was a relatively long pause there. Former Navy SEAL, famous military advisor. Oh, geez, this guy might actually have something for us. Chlortho. Alright, driving under the influence at the beach. A man is driving a buggy along the beach, knocking people over. Eyewitnesses say that he's laughing like a lunatic. Alright, Homelander, Vandal, Roy, Marianac, S. Chang. Good luck. My sheriff from the chocolate factory. City Hall loves me. I believe... Yeah, that'd be for Shift A. Michael Scott for Shift A. I don't see that going wrong at all. Alright. Alright, so it looks like that would be for Shift B, because Shift A has to add one to it yet. Lyra Turner. Why not? Shift B. Alright. I got a raise, for what it's worth. There's probably an achievement for getting to 1 million.
216 in progress.
Yeah. Alright. Unlawful assembly at City Hall. Some parents have gathered outside City Hall. Their children have all been diagnosed with... Oh god. My theory about the game just punishing streamers is absolutely true. Mucopolysaccharidosis. Mucopolysaccharidosis. A rare genetic disease that affects the nervous system, internal organs, and musculoskeletal system. Freeburg stopped purchasing the drugs required to treat these children because the medicine failed to pass annual certification. Local jurisdictions do not do certifications like that. That's a little... The parents are furious. Mrs. Poultry, the leader of the rally, shouted out the bullhorn, "This diseases are killing our children, and all they can do is play politics." Yeah, that is not something that... Medicine failed to pass annual certification. Yeah, that is not something that is really determined at the city level. That's like an FDA thing. Alright. I have a feeling we're gonna have to suppress that with force or something. I love this model. I love the art style of this game. I don't say it enough. Buggy is rushing straight at a patrol car. Ram the idiot. Shoot out the tires. Shut off your engine immediately.
112.
Yeah, I don't think shooting was really warranted there. Oh, we found some cocaine.
610 in progress.
Alright, entertainment district harassment. Mrs. Abbott called us saying that grown men are harassing schoolgirls at the swimming pool in broad daylight. Some pumped-up guys in swim trunks were touching the adolescent girls and laying next to them in the pool. Someone arrest these perverts immediately. Alright. We have a perfect amount of men to send to that. Alright, let's see what the military advisor has to say to us. I advise Mr. Chafee's new guard and help them effectively distribute their presence around the area. It's true that the main house is secured with fortified walls and a heavy door, but I recommended a dozen guards be placed inside. After all, the owner of the house and his people are the most valuable resource on the property, and they're the principal target for any attack. They didn't listen to me and only put a few guards inside. Instead, they're banking on having unbreachable walls and entryways. If a potential enemy did break in, a team of 3 people with battle-experienced commander could take control of the house in a snap. Shit. Oh man, that just, oh shit, oh damn, that just completely upended my strategy. Okay, potential, a team of 3 people with a battle experienced commander could take control of that as in the snap. All right, let me read up. A powerful military vehicle able to break through barricades and quickly deliver troops where needed. It can hold up to 3 soldiers in full gear. All right. Hmm. Wonder which direction would be best, though. Like, I think in the coming days we're probably going to get an idea as to what would be better here. Alright, I think that... Shit. This is really far back in the business. I'm not sure if they'd be able to get to the barn without the armored personnel carrier. But it'd either be here, here, or here. That's a lot of entry points around the house. I think I'm still gonna have... Alright, for the time being, we're gonna have it out at A. And I'm actually gonna put that guy there, and then I'm gonna put these 3 guys here instead. We'll have 2 teams, one in the restaurant, one in the barn, and then the snipers on the hill. We're giving up on the water tower. We just have to figure out which of these entry points is the best, and I have a feeling that's what the last bits of information are going to be about. Alright. Wow, we actually managed to take care of the assembly lawfully, without crazy amounts of horrific violence and police brutality. Yeah, the labor union here. We actually do have to respond to these guys. Mr. Boyd, we received some disturbing information. Port management hired a gang of thugs to teach our top union officials a lesson, hoping we'd back down in the negotiations on the new port worker contract. Our sources have informed us that they're planning to catch us one by one and, so to speak, persuade us to change our position. We need protection for the remainder of the negotiations. Could you please send us a few of your trusted men? You see, this isn't even, like, illegal. Like if if a private company has hired a gang of, like, union busters or whatever, by all means, public law enforcement can intervene. Sup, Flying Pigs 2? Yo, welcome, Ben. Sorry if you put that in the chat a while ago. I did not see. Welcome Simp_Blast, my favorite streamer. You guys got to go follow Simp_Blast for real. But yeah, this is like, I know in the real world, like, this would never happen, and a lot of local law enforcement, often they're in cahoots with these businesses that hire union busters. But like, this is entirely legal to, like, call the cops on like, you know, violent union busting. You know, it's illegal. Just got here. Welcome, Ben. Glad you could be here for, we got like 3 days left. We're right at the end of the game. Alright, we are going to send... We're going to send the Robespierre Task Force. I'm sure they wouldn't mind. They're more progressive. I'm sure they'd be down for blocking some union busting. The men weren't perverts at all, but licensed lifeguards. They were giving the schoolgirls a first aid lesson. Yeah, a lot of states have legal provisions for labor contract negotiation, and in fact, most labor negotiators and mediators are like civil defenders. That they're like they're lawyers that are actually like employed by states or local or district courts and stuff like that. Public defenders, not civil defenders. Excuse me. Mass riot at the Jim Baton Bakery. Thomas Baxter, baker at Crispy Tommy. Crispy Tommy? Oh, sorry. Jim Baton... Oh, there's like 3 different bakeries here. Claims that his rival Jerome Roll, what a name for a baker, of the Livelihood Bakery has been spreading false rumors that Baxter spits in the pastries, and mixes in hazardous chemicals. Many of his regular customers have apparently bought into the rumors and have gathered outside the store ready to deal with the unfortunate baker. There are dozens of angry people. I managed to lock the door, but they won't keep them out for long, shouted Mr. Baxter over the phone. Yes, she did. Thank you for asking. Yes, they were. Blood donation. Shit. Yeah, they're doing pretty good. They're asleep. ATM. I will definitely tell them that you asked. It's very nice of you. Alright, so we stopped the Union Busters, which is good. Alright. Shooting in a residential area. Julko Grobler reports that he overheard his hysterical neighbors fighting and swears he must have heard 4 separate voices. A short time later, shots were fired, and then everything went quiet. Mr. Gobler had previously noticed suspicious people in the residence and even saw them with weapons, but until now he was afraid to do anything. I don't know what I'd say face to face with those tattooed thugs, admitted Mr. Grobler through streaming tears. There was no way I could face them. Alright, we're gonna need like one more guy back to send people out to this. That being said, I don't think anybody's gonna come back, so come back in time, so I think we're just gonna have to send these guys. Might have to send backup.
1011A in progress.
Terror threat at the Last Picture Show Theater. On the eve of the premiere of The Longest Finger. An anonymous caller threatened that he was going to blow up the hall with all the moviegoers inside. The theater director said that the perpetrator had a voice like a child and he's confident it's a simple prank, but nevertheless obliged him to inform the police about the threat. Alright, why not? We will do our due diligence and send out the proper contingent to deal with the bomb threat. It's a shame God Bomber's dead. This would be a perfect call for him. A man climbed into the lake at the zoo trying to catch a swan. According to a very worried zoo visitor, the man is crazy. He said he'd kill the bird if it didn't come. I don't think anybody's going to get back in time for this either.
I was trying to raise 10 Sergeant Hotspot.
Refuse. These guys should have this under control. Yeah. No problem. No problem.
110A in progress.
Oh, yeah. Well, no one died. I imagine the swan died, though. Vehicular accident, city center. A pedestrian was crossing the road illegally when was hit by a car. According to the witnesses, the driver didn't try to get away, but instead got out of the car, grabbed the pedestrian who was lying on the road, and began to beat him in the face, shouting, "Watch where you're going." Damn. Alright, we're gonna send Homelander, Roy, Marianac, and... well, yeah, actually, we're gonna send S. Chang. It's interesting. I think we had another Roy in this game that was like an old man. This is like a different Roy. I wonder if that's a son or something. They don't really look alike. Brett was left by a 4th grade student who didn't have time to buy a ticket to the premiere. There have been some like genuine calls at the Last Picture Show Theater. Because apparently their movies are pretty progressive and artsy. Massive fight, Last Picture Show Theater. During the premiere of a new movie about secret agent Jasmine Roach, a man burst into the theater shouting and started loudly protesting the violence in the film. At first he was just verbally abusing the people who were trying to enjoy the show, but it quickly turned into a full-on fight. We already have reports of one victim. Alright, we're going to send Gay, Vandal, Barcelona, Caddy, Marianac. There's really no point in leaving one guy left behind. Alright, vehicular accident. Yes, that's all good. Awesome. Alright, we got about an hour and a half left in this day. Oh, I'm gonna charge my chat monitor here. Don't want to let that die. I don't know. There we go. Yeah, well, that's...
I was trying to raise 10 Sergeant Hotspot.
They called for... they should have this under control. Yeah. Yeah, I sent pretty much everybody to that call. Alright. Huh. No shift end cutscene. Damn. We got like 2 days left to go here. Study racism is a disease. I mean, figuratively, yes, it is. It's absolutely a disease. It can be contagious, and it's very awful, terrible. But literally, well, unless they're talking about, like, mental illness. I don't know. Tragedy on the advertising set. Spotlight collapse, director killed. Suburbs host Asian Cultural Festival. Uh-oh. We don't have a Robespierre note. That's interesting. I wonder if the assault is happening today. Solis didn't come into work today again. Drebin didn't come into work today. I'm too tired, I can go extra. Can I go home? No. I drank too much, I don't think I can hold it together today. Can I go home? No. I'm too tired, I can go extra. Can I go home? No. There's a big sale going on today and I don't want to miss it. Can I have a day off? No, I just hired you. I drank too much, I don't think I can hold it together today. Can I go home? Yeah, you can. You're a cop. They say it's going to rain today and I have a very weak immune system. I'm afraid I might get sick. Can I go home before it rains? No. No. I wonder if the assault is today. I thought there'd be a cutscene into the breach. I think that's it's a very fitting CD to listen to before an assault. Shit, 2 calls right off the bat. There's my chocolate factory. Yeah, Song died of booze, lived and died by the booze cruise lifestyle. Vandalism, Fleet Street. As lawyer Paul Herges exited his car, he noticed some menacing guys painting a swastika in the parking lot. It looked like one of these guys had a gun on his belt. Mr. Herges added, if you arrest them, give them my number. I'd be happy to represent them. Bro, what? Ugh. Anyway. Purdy, Fontenot, and Megadopoulos. Good luck. Drug use, Fribourg High School. Literature teacher Mr. Gunderson noticed traces of white powder on the backpacks of some of our senior students. All of them are taking drugs and coming to class stoned. What is happening to our youth? Alright, I'm going to send Kendall, Crosby, and Anderson. There we go. Alright. Former engineer at Emerald Walls. Okay, so we already know that their company, Emerald Walls, has done work for Chafee. So this is definitely worth sending people to. I'm going to send Ames and Koshubinsky. Armed robbery Riverbank. Truck rammed into a bank. Man carrying a gun jumped out and demanded the truck be filled with cash. Alright, we're going to send Fredo, Koizumi, Obi, Numata, and Scantron. And Mitchell. We're gonna send the entire Robespierre task force. Alright. We'll send Roy and Simonetti as backup. Assault at the Wise Dragon restaurant. Mrs. Ferguson, wife of Bobby Ferguson, our friend Drag, walked into a restaurant and asked for some waiter to wash down her anxiety pill. Or some water. Asked for some water to wash down her anxiety pill. The waitress rudely refused to help her. Everybody has to pay, lady. Mrs. Ferguson grew enraged and grabbed the girl by the hair. I'll teach her to respect her elders, you little shit. Yeah, usually you can get a glass of water like free. That's kind of outrageous.
1111.
For drug use, traces white powder on the backpacks were just normal chalk dust from the blackboard. I would have believed chalk dust from, like, gymnastics or something. I don't think I'd believe chalk dust from whiteboard or blackboards. Employees and bank patrons are throwing packets of money into the truck. A man with a gun is directing them. Fill the truck up or everybody dies. Climb into the truck, drop your weapon, aim at the robber. Let's join in. Let's just Just take the money and run. Drop your weapon, aim at the robber. Drop your weapon. Robber opens his jacket, showing that he's got dynamite strapped to his chest. I'll blow everybody to hell unless you get out of my way. Shoot the robber in the head. He could have a dead man's trigger. That could just kill everybody. Step back or throw stun grenades. Throwing stun grenades would also trigger dead man's trigger. That I think it's literally just that they untense like a part of their body. I think it's like it's usually a thumb. Step back. Alright. I guess we have to gamble that they don't have a dead man's trigger. Shoot the robber in the head. We'll try stun grenades.
9 custody complete.
Okay, so it was actually like a life-based thing. Loot found explosive. Alright, we have to bring it into the police station.
11 complete.
Mission from the Labor Union. Mr. Boyd, my inspector for labor safety, Miho Valescu, has completely lost his mind. I told him clearly when you check out the True Color Hotel, make sure everything passes in good order, but he just went back to the hotel and wrote down a bunch of tickets. Now the owner of the hotel is wearing me out on the phone because we had a very beneficial gentleman's agreement with him. Meanwhile, Valescu just went out into the country on a fishing holiday. Please send some officers to have a word with him and make sure he learns to follow the orders of his superiors. You see, now we're back to doing illegal shit for the labor union.
412A, 511 in progress.
Alright. Holy crap. How many people do I have to send to this union thing?
412C in progress.
3? Alright. You guys go to the union thing. I'm sure that'll go fine. Yeah. This also went okay, which is good. Alright. Firefight in the ghetto. Terrified Mrs. Mosley called to report that she heard gunshots on the floor of her building. When I heard the shots, I looked through the peephole and saw several men shooting at each other. I immediately fell to the floor and crawled over to the phone. Alright, Purdy, Roy, Fontenot, Simonetti, and Megadopoulos. Good luck. I know I'm not sending enough people to that. Assault with an offensive weapon residential area. Joseph Hopper met his neighbor Sharon Roberts while she was walking Dee Dee, her chihuahua. He grabbed her by the hair and began to shout and berate her. He's claimed she's gotten the smell of skunk all around the house and her staircase is filthy. He repeatedly struck the girl and then grabbed the dog and cut its... Oh my god. The young man passed by, stood up with the terrified woman, and a fight has broken out. Alright. McStone, Yancey, and Franco. Good luck.
11 in progress.
Alright, R-word, University of Freiburg. Help, Mr. Zambezi R-worded me. The desperate call was followed by a terrified woman's scream from inside the closed auditorium. The police were called by some students who were getting ready for their philosophy lecture. Alright. Mitchell, Opie, and Scantron. Alright. Oh, I forgot to look at the new assault information here. Okay. All my life, I've tried to do what's right and fair, and it cost me my job. We were hired for an important contract at the slaughterhouse, fortifying the house with such high-grade materials that even the Bank of Freiburg couldn't afford it. Everything was going well, but we had difficulty strengthening the last wall. The water column was real old, and there was a leak that weakened the foundation. If we'd used heavyweight materials to strengthen that portion of the house, it would have sunk right into the ground. Mr. Erb knew about the problem, but decided to handle it in a very strange way. He didn't say anything to the customer, and the reinforced wall was just a double layer of painted drywall. At least we moved the gas line. If that thing exploded, the whole house could go up right away. Only a crater would be left. Basically, what we handed the customer was a high-tech safe with a wooden door. I was shocked. We're professionals, damn it. I went to the authorities, but when I was informed that I'd been retroactively dismissed and warned that if I'd opened my mouth they'll sue, that was that. Alright, everything was going well. Okay. Fortifying the house with such high-grade materials. Yeah. Everything was going well, but we had difficulty strengthening the last wall. The water column was real old. Okay. And there was a leak that weakened the foundation. Okay. Let's see. The last wall. Wall. House with a wooden door. I wonder if that's the, I guess it'd be the front entrance to the house. Can't really see over there, though. That's the thing. I wonder if tomorrow they'll give us more information about that, or if this is it. That it's just like a 1 in 3 chance. Alright, so 9 and 8 are probably gonna be the walls. 10 is, I think, gonna be the entrance, if I had to guess. Because, well, I mean, we 8 for sure is, and this is, it's facing the facility, the compound wall. So, I think I'd have to go with either 8 or 10. Yeah, one of these two, because this is, I really think that this is the entrance, because there's like a path here. One can deduce that that would be the entrance. Not sure. Actually, it might be one of the two. They'd say it's like a wall. Heavy weight materials to strengthen that portion of the house. It would have sunk right into the ground. Mr. Erb knew the problem, but decided to handle it in a very strange way. Just a double. Okay. At least we moved the gas line. Alright. So I don't really see any, like, water stuff anywhere around here. This is like a bank of 4 windows. I don't know if, like, there's anything on this, but this is really simple, so I think we're gonna have to wait for more information. Yeah.
11 in
Getting
progress.
close, though. Getting close.
411 in progress.
A lot of calls, a lot of calls. 2 very big calls. Alright, we solved the labor union thing.
511 to 11.
Alright, turns out no one touched the girl. She was unhappy with the grade her philosophy teacher gave her and decided to teach him a lesson of her own. When the professor entered the auditorium, she quietly closed the door and began to scream.
412
Alright.
710 in progress.
Damn, a lot of calls. Alright, we're gonna send 3 people out to this one. Hope they call for backup. About 15 congregants of the Church of the 13th Coming have gathered in the park, cover themselves in gasoline, and are preparing for mass self-immolation to assist the Lord's return, that he may punish all the sinners. Alright. Assault with a deadly weapon. Neo-evangelicals for real. It's funny, like, part of their faith is legitimately, like, sort of anticipating and looking forward to the apocalypse, the rapture, and all that. That's like a big thing with them. Oh, come on! I clicked that on 0. Well, at least no one died. Alright, hostage situation with a fatal casualty at the Rubinovich Casino. Again, that they're never gonna... if we do this the right way, they're gonna say no civilian casualty, despite the fact that there's one literally written into this scenario. 4 men armed to the teeth broke into the casino and demanded all the cash. Some visitors thought it was all part of a big show, and with smiles on their faces tried to get close to the performance. The robbers didn't take too kindly to all the attention and opened fire into the crowd. Alright. We're probably gonna have to send everybody. Everybody that we have left here. Yeah, that looks about right.
411. 911 in progress.
Wow. Damn, I sent less than half of what was of the recommended people to that with a paddy wagon, and they figured it out. That was pretty good. Passerby noticed a burly man pulling up park benches and urns and loading them into his truck. It was night, so I asked him what he was doing, and he said that the city was doing an inventory on its property. Yeah, right. Alright. Yancey, Roy, and Simon Eddy. How are you? Are you doing okay tonight, Ben? I, don't know if you were around when I last asked in the, stream.
215 in progress.
Mass ride at the Evergreen Mall. Hundreds of Freeburg residents lined up for hours outside the mall in anticipation of the annual Midnight Monster Sale. When the store doors finally opened, the people rushed inside, smashing everything in their path. Men and women started tearing out each other's hairs, gouging out their eyes, fighting over irons, VCRs, and other products. There were already dozens of victims, and the crowd was already going wild. Come stop the bloodshed, begged the guard named Leonard Rodriguez, straining to be heard over the angry mob. I am. How are you? I'm okay. I'm okay. I got a lot done today. I feel very productive. I'm living. I'm still trying to get another job, but chipping away at it, hoping that I get some calls back. I sent that. No, you guys have enough. You guys have enough people. Yeah. Who found money? Yeah.
911.
Alright, we caught the guy that was stealing, like, benches and urns. Although I don't know why there are urns in Desire Park. I didn't think that was a cemetery. We do have a cemetery, and we get a lot of, like, zombie calls. And, like, grave calls about the gravekeeper. Spooking people. We have a real stereotypically spooky gravekeeper in this city. Come on, guys. You can get this under control. Yeah, no problem. Oh, this day's almost over. Yeah, that's it right there. Oh, shit. It is the day of the assault. Okay. I'm gonna wait for everything to come back. Okay. The assault will happen at night. Make sure to arrange your forces wisely, then move in. Remember, there's no room for error. Alright. So, we need to take, like, a gamble on which wall of this would be correct. I'm gonna read through all these. Barn door open. Used to keep the barn door open. The breeze was good for the animals, but one night, yeah, we already read this. Okay. Okay, people say the wooded hill. Yeah, all right, yeah, that's why we've got people on the hill. Several years ago, one of the waiters. Oh yeah, this one is irrelevant now. This, one way or another. I want the ones on the house. Second floor of the restaurant, former warehouse manager. Worked here for 10 years. Over the years, I've seen a lot going on around here, but the strangest thing of all is the underground passage that leads from the open shed. Open shed. I've never been able to... Wait. Open shed. Maybe he's referring to the barn, because they used to, like, keep the barn open. We do have people going in the barn, so... Yeah, whatever. Popping corn. Yeah, the assault's about to go down. Right. Alright. They're keeping a lot of cash in the Chafee house. The entrances to the restaurant were wide open. The front door to the house and both entrances to the restaurant are under guard by some military outfit. Okay, so that rules out the front entrance. So we're left with the two walls. The front door to the house and both entrances to the restaurant. Okay, so yeah, that's why we're going in the roof on the restaurant. Storm broke out. Most of the windows. We don't get storms like that around here. Stand up to any kind of weather. Yeah, that's why we got a breacher on the second floor windows, because they are bulletproof and have bars on them. Oh yeah, the doors, that's just like the entrance to the restaurant is shit. Slaughterhouse staff welders. Second floor windows, yep. Alright. Somehow I ended up working the late shift, and I somehow... a garbage bag in a container near the house. Heard a voice around the corner and climbed over the fence. There it was, right in the windows, the face of God. Climbed over the fence, and there it was, right in the windows, the face of God. Climbed over the fence. Okay. Garbage bag and container around the house. Heard the voice around the corner. This crazy dude, who, yeah, I dismissed this before, but he's talking about the bank of windows on the house, because what he's describing is the little garbage skiff next to it. Said I was breathing in manure too much and it gave me hallucinations. Yeah, this is the bank of windows. This is where he threw the garbage. He jumped the fence, saw the bank of windows. Yeah. Right in the windows. The face of God. The wall began to flicker and disappear. The voice called me inside. Oh, big brain. They moved the gas line, remember? That it was weak. The gas line was weak. They moved the gas line. This guy was inhaling the gas from the gas line that used to be in the wall. Which means that the window banked wall is the one that we want to go in, and that's where that group is right there. Oh, that's like massive brain. That's, oh man, for a second I was just gonna pick the banked window wall because, like, oh, face of God, like, oh, it's a sign or whatever, we should do that one. No, they allude to him having hallucinations because he's inhaling like methane or whatever. There's probably a kernel of truth to that because there used to be the gas line there. We moved the gas line. Yeah, the gas line was leaking. He was huffing the fumes. Okay, so this is definitely the wall we want to go into. All right, and this wall on that side of the barn is weak because that side of the barn is weak because they dug like the gold. They dug for gold under the wall, and it weakened that wall, if I remember correctly. And then this one, that is the second floor, like, balcony windows. That'll allow 3 people to go in at once, which will be kind of nice. And we got this guy to break down the bars. Then we got the snipers on the hill. Okay. What do you think, guys? Think we're ready to go? I think this is the ideal formation. Yeehaw. Alright. Here we go. Yes. Shit. Oh shit. Did I just get shot in the head? I failed the assault? Oh my god. Wow, I thought there was going to be, like, some kind of interactive element to that. No, I just failed the assault. Alright. Huh. I got sniped. Damn. I like hyper-planned that out. Alright, so I think this is right. I think this is right. Let's try the other window. Let's try the other window on the top floor. I can't go 5 or 4. Let's go 6. 5 and 4 are completely, like, there's no way we're getting in there. There's no way we're using the water tower either, because you can't climb up onto it, and the supports have been stabilized. The snipers are really only effective from the hill, so I don't think we should move them. And we got the breacher on this wall, and they can do that. So yeah, I think this is, like, massive brain. This has to be right. Okay, we're gonna try it again. Come on. This might take a while. I wonder if I have to put somebody with the snipers, because those guys with the binoculars could have been with Chafee's people. Yeah, I'm gonna try putting an assault person with the snipers. Let's see if that helps. No, it didn't help at all. Unless this is like they're like, you defy expectations or something, like that the first frame is always the same. No, it's not. Still lost. Oh, God. I didn't think that this is how this was going to go. I genuinely thought that there was going to be like some kind of thing. What's the difference between 6 and 7? That's what I've been wondering. Like, I don't really see there being much of a difference between 6 and 7. I don't think there was anything in here that really denoted a difference, just that 4 and 5 are completely, like, they're, like, guarded by armed guards and shit. Alright, I'm gonna try to go in the barn through the front door. 6 is sloped roof. True. Yeah, but I was thinking, like, they would just come in from above, you know? Like, this is like a balcony. So yeah, I think you're right. I think 7 was probably the way to go with this one. And I think the snipers are fine. I think this might be the way to go. Or was that is that the main barn entrance? I think that's the main barn entrance. Not sure about 11. We'll try to send one through the what I suspect is the shed entrance. Yeah, we'll try that. No, that's not different at all. Sucks that we have to watch this on repeat. Oh my god. I wonder what happens when you click quit. Dying on loop, yeah. I'm not good at this game. I have never claimed to be good at this game. Alright. We are gonna try going in the front entrance of the barn. I genuinely don't think that this has got to really be any different, because the only way we are going in the restaurant is through those windows. Also, the max amount of people you can have on a single point is 3. If you guys were wondering. Like, it looks like you can add a 4th person, you can. I've tried. I don't think the snipers would be of any use inside the compound, you know? We're gonna try this. No. There's probably some crazy thing that I'm missing about, like, the barn, maybe? My barn plan seemed really sound, because this guy... Yeah, okay, so he buried it under one of the walls, and he's storing it there while the price of gold keeps rising. Yeah, eventually we got a shovel, went to the barn at night, and dug a real tunnel under the wall where Tula told us. Long story short, we didn't find any gold. The guards came and splatted us right in the bullshit. We already got fired for something else. Tunneled weakened the wall so much it even collapsed a little bit. Second, it got really cramped up there. One guy can get around alright, but 2 people just get in each other's way. Ah. So we split up and painted different areas of the building. Boring that way. It was kind of fun to stare at some of the important guys through the window. They were always counting. Yeah, okay, so we know. So we forgot that apparently we can only have one guy go in the roof. Alright, we'll try this. Do these guys actually carry guns? Soldier in heavy gear carrying a ram and several types of explosives, able to break through protected, reinforced tactical advantage. They usually work alongside assaulters who provide cover. Alright. Okay. Maybe the wall strategy is still the way to go. Leads down from the open shed to the owner's house. Open shed. That might actually be the open shed. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I wonder if there's any forgiveness on the assault whatsoever, or we have to get it like 100% accurate. Okay, thank you for my time. Yeah, this is just the woman. Both the entrances to the restaurant were wide open. Yeah, but they super guarded it. Front door to the house and both entrances to the restaurant are under guard by some military outfit. There's no way to break in. I've looked it up. There's exactly one solution. Oh, god damn it. Okay. Am I right with the snipers, Ben? That'll take a hint on, because, like, I feel like... Yes, okay, yeah, I was about to say, because the water tower, that's definitely not the water tower, because they have an arm guard, they reinforce the supports, and you can't get up on the water tower because the ladder is just shot. Okay. I may ask you for hints beyond that if I get too frustrated. Okay, this I'm still feeling. I'm still really confident about this. I'm not sure about the barn. I'm kind of eh on the barn. The shed I'm even more eh about. And this I'm also kind of shaky on. I legitimately think it's this that's like my weak area. But I'm gonna try this. No. Yeah, that's... Oh, shit. Might actually pop some corn. Yeah, this might be a minute. Alright. Maybe this is what it is. Maybe I just was wrong splitting these guys up. I can tell you that there are 0 people in the barn. Really? People. Oh, so it's not even worth sending people into the barn? Like, sending troops there? Okay, I appreciate that. Although, there was just so much information about the stupid barn. If I had to guess then, it would be something like this then. Said I was right on the sniper, so I'm not changing anything about that. What about what about this little shed? Are you counting that as the barn? This little shed? Like, cause I kind of do want to see what that tunnel is. That's the barn still. Okay, yeah. This stupid shed, that open shed bullshit has just been ruining my idea as to like what is a proper assault. I think that lead is just bullshit. Okay. There was only room for one person to fit through up here. We're definitely gonna need a breacher up there though, because the bars are like there's bars up there. I don't know what to do with this guy though. Oh god. wouldn't make 4 and 5 are still completely eliminated. This one's eliminated too because that's presumably the front entrance to the house. This is not the front entrance because it's like it's a wall. Like that is a brick wall. There. There's no entrance here from what I can see. Yeah, it's just a wall. So this is going to be another good place to breach. I don't know where to send this guy. Like 6 maybe. If we separate these guys, they'll be considered individuals. 2, 4, and 5 are off the table. 6 and 7 are real. Nobody at the barn. I'm probably overthinking this. I'll give that a shot. Yeah, no. Goddamn. Yeah, no. All right. Yeah, this last no people at the barn. What, are you saying my armored vehicle has to go over there? No people. Mayhaps. Really? So it's like a distraction. Huh. There's been zero fucking indication in any of the clues that I was supposed to send it over there. That's... Oh, that's really annoying if that's the case. I swear, there are, like, investigations in this game that, like, you have to be, like, some kind of super genius to get a hold of. I don't know if this is even right now anymore, that, like... You're slowly getting closer. Ben, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Like, there is, like, I would have never gotten putting the armored vehicle over here with nobody over there. Like, there is absolutely nothing to suggest that that's what I should have done. This is still not feeling right to me, because, like, only one person can fit in, right? I'm thinking that it's like one person, like this guy just blows up the armored bars and shit, and that guy just goes in. Snipers are right. I don't even know about this team here. This feels right though. That like, oh, like if we're to completely ignore the stupid like religious dude or whatever, and we use logic and reason, the police chief would send a team to both walls to you know, cover all his bases, you know, and not send anybody to the front because that's like, it's armed. There are armed guards at the front. Nobody at the barn. One person can fit in on the second floor, which leaves an assaulter kind of floating still. I think 10 is not actually the front. The one you have them on is? But it's just a bank of... So, the one on the wall is the front of the building? You're telling me that, like, the entrance to the house opens to a brick wall? There's a gate if you look at the thing. Oh, on the map? Let me take a look. I'll be damned. There is a gate there. But it still looks like it would naturally open to 10. Like, 9 is against a brick wall. On the plans? Yeah. Logically speaking, I really would have thought that 10 would have been the entrance, but I guess not. Alright, so 10, we will put a Team 10. Okay. I still have no idea how we would have inferred putting the assault vehicle over there. Just wasting the assault. It feels like a waste, but I guess it's like a distraction or something. Alright, we'll try... You're slowly getting there. I still don't feel right about this guy. Gotta have a guy driving the assault vehicle. No. Yeah, this doesn't feel right. 7 not wanting 2 assaulters. Yeah, I figured as much. But this guy doesn't have a breacher, then. Does this team not need a breacher? It feels like they both would need a breacher. 7 not wanting to. Yeah, I knew about that one, that only one person can fit on the second floor. House only has 1 breacher. Okay. In that case, it's got to be this. Yeah, it has to be this then. I still have no idea how anyone would infer that this is the place to put the assault vehicle. Like, nowhere in here is there, like, an indicator that that's where it would go. Oh, unless the armored vehicle somehow, like, it came, like, through here, dropped all these guys off or whatever, smashed through this wall, and, like, went all the way through the facility as a distraction. Maybe. That's the only thing I can really think of. I want to break down to these clues, TBH. Yeah, a lot of these... Okay, if you watch back all of my VODs, I do read all of these out, and a lot of the plans that I had set up at the start of this were informed by the clues. When the game was explaining to me how the assault information gathering process went, it felt like I'd be able to interrogate all these people, but I never got that opportunity. So I don't know if I missed something there, and some of this information is just like red herrings or whatever. I'm not sure. Also, the sniper hill, the way that they explained it in the clue made it seem as if Chafee had men on the sniper hill, and it made me want to put an assaulter with the snipers to protect them. So this was kind of a gamble initially. The water tower, we learned later that the water tower became completely non-viable, much like 4 and 5 here. The fact that we've got 2 teams entering on the second floor is kind of contrary to that bit of testimony we got before that only 1 person can really fit on the second floor. This is completely not informed by anything. This wall here, 12, is meant to be weak. It's meant to be like weak because there were these 2 laborers that were like digging for gold or something. I'm having a half memory of like there being another person mentioning that they reinforced that wall, so maybe that was why not sending anybody to the barn works or whatever. Are you sure the water tower is unviable? Yes, I am completely sure the water tower is not unviable. Because, okay, if the water tower is viable, then the game has done everything in its power not to have me send somebody to the water tower. Because the ladder is like rickety and it is broken. A guy like basically fell to his death off the water tower, right? They reinforced the struts on the water tower, so it's not even something that can be knocked down by a breacher anymore. And they put, just for good measure, for whatever reason, put an armed guard at the water tower. That is all information that I found in these notes. So if the water tower is like actually in the solution, I'd be kind of fucking furious, because there are like 3 notes that explicitly explain why the water tower is not in the solution. I'd be pissed. I'd be very pissed. I can get these up for you. Alright, so the first one that... no, not that one. That's the wall one. No, not that one either. Nope. I gotta find it in here. No, not the wooded hill. No, no, no. No. Maybe I deleted the water tower, the initial water tower thing. Because that was a really early one. No. No. Oh yeah, this is just bullshit. Yeah, I think I might have deleted the initial water tower thing. Alright. So you're hinting to me that the water tower, for whatever reason, is a viable route. If you read through the notes, I'm sure that you have like a guide there. If you read through the notes, it really doesn't make it seem like the last bit of information on the water tower, which would have been David Erb. No. Oh, this one. Yeah, water tower support structure got repaired and strengthened. Yep, can't blow up the water tower anymore. Bam, right there. But the stairs are completely rotted through and through. So yep, can't send a sniper there. Bam. 2 bits of information. Be suicide. About 3 months ago, a fool farmhand named Donald decided to climb it. Yeah, he died. Yeah. And there was a previous one that was like, oh, they put an armed guard there, which is I guess why we would send the assaulter. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. This, I guess, is the way to go now, from what you've hinted. No, apparently not. Yeah, no. Okay, I'm close. Oh, the fact that there's like shit at the water tower really kind of completely throws me off my game. There's no way in hell that we're sending a sniper to the water tower because he can't climb up to the top. The stairs are rotten. You have issues at the house and the restaurant. Oh, I accidentally had somebody on 6. I did not mean to do that. I have issues at the house, though. He said he jumped the fence, so I'm convinced that 8 is still the way to go for the breacher. I don't know about these guys, though. Huh. 8 is the breacher, yeah. Okay, I appreciate that. What is it? 1 guy at 9 and 1 guy at 10? This has to be right. Yep. Nope. Is it both at 9? I think we tried that already, both at 9. But yeah, you said that the entrance was 9. Both assaulters at 10 was correct. Okay. Oh, so the commander is at 10? Because this has to be 3 people. The one with the commander has to be 3. Okay, so the commander is over here. The breacher and the assaulter are there. That is so stupid. You'd think that the team leader would be with the breacher one. That's... You now only have 1 issue. I thought that I had it right. I did switch this one to 7. Problem with the restaurant, you said. Oh, are they both on 6? Rather than 7? And it relates to the person between the house and the restaurant. The person between the house and the restaurant? One too many at the house. Okay. Oh, maybe because it's a weak wall they don't need a breacher? No, you said 8 was the breacher. One too many at the house. One too many at the house. Okay, so these guys were fine at 7. I don't know where I would put that guy for the restaurant, though. It has to be this guy, right? Because the breacher is at 8. These guys are here. You said the 2 assaulters were here with the commander. So this guy is at 6, then? That's the correct guy, yeah. By process of elimination. Has to be. This is what I think it is. Because, like, it'd be a 1 at each, because there's only room for one guy to maneuver around on the 2nd floor, and that's the only... I don't know where he goes. Okay, if it's at 4 or 5, I do want to know, because that'd be complete. Another thing that the notes just tells you not to do, essentially. There's so much information in the notes that is just so contradictory to this. It's at 5! That is literally the main entrance to the... Oh my god. That was good timing. Somebody's revving their engine right outside my door at 11 o'clock at night. Bro, there's like 4 notes that refer to 5. 5 has armed guards. It has a door that's like too narrow. It's reinforced, from what I remember. Like that they were like reinforced or whatever. That really pisses me off. Like, how would I have known which notes to disregard? Like, whatever. Alright, I guess this is the way to go. Maybe he's a distraction. He's a sacrificial mule, I guess. Alright. There we go. Thank you, Ben. Eugene Chafee was shot during the assault. Got like a shotgun in his hand. Alright. Jack. My deputies tried to convince me that you weren't the man for the job. Well, I'm glad to see that they were wrong. It's a pity it took so many years before we found ourselves on the same side, but better late than never, wouldn't you say? Men like us are in no hurry. Tomorrow Kevin Paulson is taking over. That puffed-up little turkey doesn't know about our little agreement. As you can imagine, I have a lot to get done in the next 24 hours, so let him head the department for 1 day. Oh, shit. Don't worry, I got backseating on in the tags, or at least I usually do. The tags were weird because Twitch isn't communicating with Streamlabs very well right now. So, day 180 is going to be run by Kevin Paulson. Never mind his silly antics, soon you can forget about him for good. Tomorrow by day's end, I'll send you a note detailing how things will go from here. Alright. Yeah, I forget what Mayor Rogers' first name is, but that's SR, I guess. Wait, I thought... Alright. Police conduct special operation at Chafee House Restaurant. 9 killed. Eugene Robespierre Chafee dead. Circumstances unusual. Terrorist leader Eugene Chafee shot. Thank you, the fact. Alright, so, am I going to work today? Oh, cutscene.
Hey, Jack! You mind if I take Stet's office? Your office seemed a little ratty. No offense, Jack. Jack! I don't mind the broken nose, Jack. I know you were just upset. Hey, Jack, talk to me. Jack! Jack!
Yeah, we never did figure out what happened to Martin Stet. Wonder if that's a... Oh. Oh, we just get to watch him run the department for a day? Weird. Oh, shit. Huh. Did he just send out everybody all at once? Like, are they taking people down that we, like, that we had sort of, no, maybe we're just watching him work for a day. I wonder if we're going to get the reins back on day 180 and do like a last hurrah. This is kind of ominous. Like, everything's slowed down. Oh, I never did realize that you can actually see the faint bristles of the Christmas tree with the lights there in the corner. I never noticed that. Was there always a blue light? I only ever saw the red and the green. It does look like there's a blue light too. Looks more natural. I just assumed that the lights had switched into an off position. Oh, they're sending detectives out for something. Something in the suburbs. I think that by interrupting my tenure as police chief, Mayor Rogers has interrupted my pension, which is rather dastardly. Because I think you have to work a consecutive number of years to get a full pension or something. Like, I'm sure that Jack would have qualified for a pension before that, but breaking up the pension or breaking that up surely isn't good for all the benefits and stuff that you get. It's rather despicable. I wish I got the full overlay, you know, so I could like see what he was doing. Yeah, I can't really do anything here. Can't click on anything. Yeah. I can hit the main menu. I think this shift is pretty much over anyway. Were the cars always this slow? Or am I like I think they've always just been this slow. It seems that time is going slightly slower. Yeah, that is probably like a stylistic choice to indicate not wanting hating the fact that somebody else is running the department for a day. Jack, I bet you spent the whole day wondering one thing. Is Rogers trying to fuck me over? Will he keep his word even when it won't cost him anything to get rid of me? I imagine you figured out the answer by the time the sun set. This envelope contains your final retirement order. Don't come to work today. I've ordered that you are not allowed in the building. The last 180 days have been difficult, Jack. Now both of us can breathe a little easier. Damn. He stabbed us in the back. I don't think either of them would have given us our job in the end anyway. I really don't. Yeah. I wonder what he's gonna do on day 180. There are a lot of things that Jack can release. Sinking Pequod. Yeah, more Moby Dick references. Deputy Police Chief Martin Stett found dead, mutilated. Damn. Freeburg prosecutor Shea Broom dies of heart attack. Oh, damn. Freeburg winter coldest in 60 years. So this has got to be like the bad ending. Oh shit. Do we get an end cutscene? Or... Hmm. Hmm. I, he's going back to the old, like, speakeasy titty bar.
How can I help you, sir?
I just want to go in.
Excuse me, sir. Only members are allowed into the
Oh.
Don't I look like a member of the club?
club. I'm sorry, sir, but the club is not accepting new
Damn.
members at this time.
What are you, brand new here? I'm an old member of the club. I've been a member for 30 fucking years.
I'm sorry, sir, but I think you've made a mistake. Have a good evening.
Damn.
One, two,
Back to puking in the alley.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Damn.
10, 11.
God, I never realized that was John St. John. He's the guy who does Duke Nukem's voice.
14, 15,
Yeah,
16,
he counts to 100,
17,
and if he doesn't throw up, he's fine.
19,
Because Varga actually
20,
confronted him
21,
in the alley at the beginning of the game.
22,
So this is like a callback.
23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32,
Yeah, that's got to be the
3,
that's got to be the bad ending. I did not play very well. We did not solve a single gang investigation. And despite being like a mafia whore for the entire game, the mafia turned their back on us like in the last 20 days. Which really sucked. Not having their help. So yeah, we really did get shafted. Hmm. So yeah, all of the bands in the game were real bands, and yeah, I probably could have gotten copyright issues, so I'm glad I muted all of them. Wow, that was actually a really, like, underwhelming end. I thought something, like, huge was gonna happen. Robespierre just died. Yeah, I think we picked one of the more boring routes in the game. Like... Yikes. Yeah, that... yeah, I think that... I genuinely think that, like, due to our decisions in the game, regardless of who we would have picked, we would have lost our job, because we really didn't make friends with the mayor or Robespierre, that we suppressed the Sands case, which Robespierre fed us. So if we would have sided with him, I think he would have stabbed us in the back too. Also, we would have had to, like, plan a coup with Robespierre, which, arguably would have been harder than just taking him out. I really hope that the music that we're listening to in the credits right now is not... Like, I turned off the music. The fact that this is playing... kind of annoying. I really hope this isn't, like... I hope this is copyright friendly. Ugh. Yeah, that was a really Kind of a really lame ending. It sucks that I'm probably gonna have to, like, go on the wiki to learn, like, what I missed, because I am not playing this game again. Like, it was really fun to do on stream, but, like, I don't think... Yeah, it is quite music, even if it does give me a strike, true. But yeah, this was really fun to play on stream, but I don't think I would ever be able to get through this just playing it on my own, because it's just so grindy. Chris Sips Lavassis. Hey, I actually watched Sips's partial playthrough of this. He didn't... Grizzly McNally? Yeah, I actually watched Sips's playthrough. That's actually why I bought this game, because I watched him play it. I didn't know he was in the credits. Yeah. I wonder if there's like a post-credit scene. No, there isn't. Sandbox? Leaderboards? Huh. So, in sandbox mode, you can go beyond assignments completed 9 in 205 days. 8 illegal activities. Who the hell is this guy? He's just sitting on his ass for 205 days? There are comics? That's kind of cool. Let's take a look at the comics. Jackass? Huh. So yeah, there are like comics and stuff. Huh. Before Laura left him. Huh. Yeah, I guess I'll have to read up on this on my own time. Yeah, that was probably the least eventful run-through of This is the Police possible. Yeah, that was This is the Police. So I guess it again, it just feels like something more should have happened at the end there. Like, maybe he would have been like, that was the police. Yes, that... Oh, yeah, I mean, maybe, I think I told you already, Belle, that, yeah, that's probably going to be the title of the last episode. This was the police. Yeah, this has been the police. I don't really know what I'm going to be doing as for my solo streams until April 28th, but it'll probably be another indie game. I like to do... What I've been trying to do is with my multiplayer stuff, I've been playing like slightly bigger games, and then for my solo stuff, I want to keep doing indie games, because like I promised myself that if I'd get affiliate, I would stay true to my like attempt to get back into independent game studios work, and really highlighting games that I traditionally really like playing, not necessarily like super big titles. So maybe I'll find something to fill the next 2 months, but it took me nearly 6 months to finish This is the Police on stream. That's an average of like... that's like an average of 30 days per month, which is... that's bad. That's like a day. Which... I think an in-game day is like 20 minutes. So that's like an average of 20 minutes in this game every day for the past 6 months, which is, it's not the greatest. You went real slow. I did. I think early on it was a lot more spread out. The episodes in the last month and a half have been a lot more evenly paced. I've been doing like an episode of this at least once every 3-4 days for the past 2 months now. Okay, never mind. No, the math doesn't work out for that. But the point is, the episodes have gotten a lot more clumped up the last couple months. Whereas in the past, around the time that I started, I think it was once every couple weeks or something. You could play This Is the Police too. No. No. Well, I'll look into it. If the gameplay is any different, then maybe. But if it's the same, there's no way in hell I'm playing This Is the Police 2. That was my original intention. If you look back, well, actually, no, I think I went back and I changed all the old titles to the VODs and stuff. But when I started, for my first couple VODs, I did want to do a complete playthrough of both games. But after having finished the first one, I think it's more in depth. Ugh. I don't know if I'd like that then, because it seems like all the in-depth stuff in the first game is just confused me. Like, I don't think I have an inquisitive enough brain to be good at this kind of game, because I was really shit at the investigations. Like, it seemed like, I failed to crack down on any of the gangs that were in the game. And I think that actually did provide, like, a detriment to the story, which, like, I typically play these games for the story, so that kind of, the fact that, like, my playing ability can actually affect, like, what happens in the story, like, I don't know. I think I prefer the games that have, like, the illusion of choice as opposed to real choice, because the games with real choice, you get like this, that like, if you're shit at the game, then you're gonna get a really shit outcome. You know? I don't know. I'm kind of ranting and raving. I got work tomorrow, and we're at about 2 hours here, so around now is probably a good place to stop. I will look into This Is the Police 2, but I sincerely doubt I'm gonna play the second game on stream. Like, This Is the Police is an example of a game where I really love the story, but the gameplay is a little tiring. Again, great to do on stream, but I don't think I could handle the grindiness of the gameplay single player. Like, or I should just say, like, off stream. Like, I typically, these days, the games that I play off stream are like the games that I relax to, and I don't think I could relax to This Is the Police, you know? Especially when all of the situations and cases and stuff are just like murder and like just awful shit, you know? And a lot of the stuff that I've talked about in this series has gotten rather political, because, like, a lot of, like, police action and a lot of this kind of thing is pretty politicized, you know? Supposedly the sequel is less repetitive. Okay, I will look into it. I will look into it. I will do my due diligence. I do own This Is the Police 2, which would make it, I guess that does make it a candidate. I do own it. It would save me the money. I bought it like years ago. And I don't think I've ever touched it. But yeah, I will definitely read up on the storylines and the various endings of This Is the Police, because I'm interested. So that might get me back into it. But for the time being, don't get your hopes up on me playing the second game. Maybe. Belle, I know Belle really liked this stream, so she might get on my case about doing the second game, so I will consider it. I might do it in, like, a streamathon. I might, like, not read everything and just do it in, like, one streamathon. Yeah. I don't know. I'll plan it out. I don't have any plans. I don't have any definitive plans for solo streams yet. I do have some ideas, but nothing concrete, baby. Oh, but yeah, this was the police. I have been your not so humble host, Flying Pigs 2. I don't know why I said that like that. I'm really tired. I'm probably gonna go right to bed after this. But yeah, I appreciate all the support that you guys have given me with this series. I know it hasn't, like, early on it didn't perform very well, but you guys really came out in a show of support later on, and I really appreciate that. It really kept me going. I did have some doubts about this series, but yeah, you guys really sort of reinforced my initiative with this one, for it to be like an actual, like, proper, like, I had doubts even about like doing solo streams as a concept anymore, because it seemed like people only turned out for my multiplayer stuff for a while there, but you guys really encouraged me, and I appreciate that. Yeah, good night, guys. I'll talk to you later. If you are new to the stream, either are lurking in the stream currently, or are watching this on my YouTube channel, or on Twitch, just in my VODs tab, do consider dropping a follow. Trying to get to 100 followers before the April 28th Jedi Survivor Streamathon. Oop, I missed it. Oh, hi, Joe. Yep, trying to get to 100 followers, so that's the best way that you can support me right now. Appreciate it very much. Catch y'all on the next one. Have a nice night.